If y'all got in here this morning without dropping y'all affirmations, go ahead and drop. I only let y'all in because I was late. Real close to my stop loss. Like I said, that was an important level. Um, Actually wasn't here. It was off the 15-minute yesterday. It was the 15-minute. Here, oh, it's already past it. Yeah, it's already past it, y'all. So outside of where I entered at this morning for those trades, I told you I was bullish with the one-on-ones. If we go through and we just mark, we got this level, and then come and hit this one, and then come and hit this one. It did give us this. So right now, this is the last trade that I see that gave us for continuation. And I go candle by candle. And I just mark the highs. Where price came and gave us that entry at 8:30 for continuation. Even gave it to you at 8:45. And now we're above those levels. So yeah, you got caught, Danielle, and whoever else. If I let y'all in, I ain't dropping emoji. There's 15 of y'all in here. So let me see. I will not quit. I will stay. I read y'all stuff, by the way. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 3 of y'all didn't drop it. It's 15 of y'all in here and 12 and only 12 people dropping an emoji or something. So I don't know who all 3 is. Now it's 16 in here, so 4 of y'all ain't drop it. Marcy, you ain't slick posting the daggone emoji in the WhatsApp. I mean in the Zoom. Talking about a smiley face. Don't be laughing.
You want to post in the Discord?
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm up $600 already for the day. Trading the London session with the 101s. A lot better than yesterday. And I actually ended yesterday in the green. I was down, y'all, by like $1,600. I ended yesterday with $100 in the green. I was so happy to make that back. So market got a few minutes. And so when we look at what the market is doing, right? Like we come back and just look at everything that's happening. Something that I want to keep on here is this fair value gap here, because it's the biggest one that's around here right now, right? And if the next candles, right, like if you look at the 3 hour, you see the closes are all happening above here. So if they're not coming back to 50%, then I don't expect that it's going to come all the way back down to this gap. I see the relatively equal highs, and I want to see it keep pushing past this area. But I'm gonna turn on regular trading hours since the market is about to open, and I'm gonna mark where we open at. Wherever we decide to open at, it's gonna be somewhere right here. I'm gonna mark it as soon as it hits. There we go. All right, so it is now marked. And like I said, I'm just watching it from the open. It gave it $15. That was a quick $15 move. So y'all see the gap. It's between where this candle closed, right? Right where this candle closed and where this candle opened. That's the gap. And like it opened at 73 and it's at 66. So it gave a nice $10 move already to the downside. I can fix this. I'll use it just off the 15-minute. I use the 15-minute gap. Just right here, this fair value gap. Change the color a little bit. I'm trying white. I am going to try something though. I'm going to put, I've never done this before, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try something. So like if price were to close higher than this open, right? Like if price did this, say this closed right there, and then the next candle did this, right? This would be my entry. And then the low of this candle would be my close. So because I know that would be my entry, because it's already started shooting down, I put in a buy stop already at the low of here, at the high of here. So if price was to go back higher than the high of the day after dropping this far, I'll be in the call. So that's me trying something out. So that's like my limit order. It's just it's already set. It dropped about 23% so far in this gap. And then the 50% level is also something I look at too. That was so quick. So really quick. So it gave me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40. It gave me about 45 seconds to try to take that 50, 25 entry. And that would have been my stop loss. Then they even gave it to me again just now. I would be up $10 right now, 40 ticks if I had taken that entry, if I didn't hesitate on it. 've never traded off the 5 second before, but I was looking at it. Even this move right here just now gave us this entry right here. Put that move up just now. So like entering at 53.25. And then you could just target liquidity on those little runs. Five seconds too quick for me though. It's real quick. So the market hasn't created any imbalance yet. Like it's covered its tracks on all cases so far, on every single candle. So I'm already looking at just this last candle right here. As I talk about, it hasn't created a fair value gap yet. So if like this candle don't come to here, this will be the first inefficiency. Does everybody see that? See how like that candle then come back to here, the 51.50. So I'm gonna mark that off since this is the first imbalance of the day. And they created two so far.
I scalped that 1 minute
Trying to
candle.
use. You said what?
That's the first entry it gave us for a buy,
Or for what?
the 1 minute. I just scalped it because
I
it
was trying
fell.
to use. I was trying to use a stop loss.
Yeah.
And I was trying to put my stop loss in, and it got tapped in for a buy before I did my entry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I just took the $6 move because I'm still not sure that it might be going down.
Well, look at if this was your entry and this was your stop loss. See how that candle closed inside of it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's, yeah, seen that too as well. Yeah.
So because that candle closed inside of it, I still think that this was the entry for the sale at 41.50. And it's going to take out that stop loss.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. 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 100%.
Yeah, I took out that stop loss for it, even though I gave you an entry for a buy. But because that candle closed inside of it, that made me think that that stop loss was going to get hit. And really, the entry should have been that 41.50 for continuation to the downside. And we could have paid ourselves, like if I had caught this or caught one of these candles, and then paid myself at that swing low, because that would have been 41 to 23, which would have been a nice move to the downside. We do have this fair value gap. And I exited because that candle closed inside between my entry and my stop loss. So they'll probably take that stop loss out. It's been a little messy. So I was looking at this, and then this is my stop loss. I'm already in there. That's why I took that just now. I went down to the second just to see what was happening. And I saw price was respecting the fair value gap on the 15-second. So I was trying to scalp that. Was again in between my entry and my stop loss. If those scalps is not working.
Do you think we're playing off of that 15-minute fair value gap to the downside?
Yes, is it off a regular? I think it's bidding its time right now until this 5 a.m. 5 a.m. may catch up. Like I don't think it's coming all the way down here. Like personally, I don't. And the only reason why I took this call just now for my fourth trade for the day, so 1, 2, 3, 4, was because this took out the low of here, but it didn't close lower. So when I saw that, I took that buy. And now I just don't want to see a close happen in between these two red lines. So as long as a candle body don't close in between these two red lines, I'm gonna stay in this call. Unless it hits my stop loss in one fell swoop. And I want to see price push back into that first fair value gap that we had here. And then I want to start seeing closes happen above 50%. So now that price is going to close lower than this red candle, I'm going to move my stop loss to 31.50. That way I lock in a little something. And now, like I want to still see price can close above this fair value gap. Like this is important. So then took out the liquidity above it, took out the liquidity above it, below it, right? Just like the Asian market. Imagine the fair value gap is the Asian market. So we took out the high, we took out the low. Now I want to see price either respect 50% to keep going down, respect 50% to keep going up. And since I'm bullish for the day, right? One contract of NQ is already up $450. So even with these 3 losses, just one win right now is, if I were to pay myself right now, it's already made up those 3 losses right there. And now I've only had one correct trade go my way so far. So my stop is still here. I haven't moved it yet. Right. This would be a potential entry for continuation right there. Right. Like right where it hit it. That's the stop loss for it to keep going. And although it wicked all the way back below it, right, where does the candle body close? Does it close above 50% or below it? If it closes above it, that's what I wanted to see. And now we hit this, and I want to see price keep going up. So now it hits this right here. Right, this is a potential area to pay myself. Right, 55 for this first trade. But I honestly want to see it take out. Really depending on what this candle. Let's see where this candle body closes. And I just pay myself because that candle body was smaller. I wanted to hit this, but because that candle body was, even though it closed higher, I just felt like I should probably pay myself. But that candle body was much smaller, so I just took out $400 off the table. And if it come back to 39.50 again, I'll buy again. Like right there. So I had to do a market. I wasn't fast enough to put in a limit order, but got back in at that same exact entry. And then I'll put my stop loss at 31.50. Naturally. And I'm going to exit this trade. The reason why I exited was just because that it closed. So I got out of it. I closed in between my entry and my stop loss. Usually when I see a close happen, that usually means that my stop loss is going to get hit. So I actually got some profits, like $15 off of there. You see that, Mark?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Right. As soon as that close happened, I was like, yo, I gotta get out. And look, the stop loss would have been hit. So $15 is much better than taking a $300 loss. Still up $402.92 for the day. I mean, at one point I was up like 560. And then I gave back some on these little scalps. But then this one win made me regain most of that back. And then I avoided a huge loss right here. Because this would have been a big loss. So price didn't do what I wanted. I wanted price to keep closing above here, above this for what you got right here. And it did, but it was a small candle body. So that's why I got out. So now we got a small candle body here. And so I'm looking at this and this. And saying, where does this candle body close in relationship to the last candle? Let me go back to the 15-minute too, just to kind of see what's going on. Like right now, again, price is just consolidating sideways. So it's playing in the channel. Bottom's here, the top is here. And it's going to trade sideways until this 5 EMA catches up to the 15-minute. When that 5 EMA catches up, then it will pick a move. But until then, it's going to keep trading sideways until price actually hits this. And like I said, I do not think we are coming all the way to this close, like whatsoever. I don't think we're coming all the way to 645. So just to mark off the Fibonacci's again, from here to here, we're at like 38%. And where that 5 EMA is, it's just below 50%. So 709.50, like this little zone right here between 50 and the 70% is the lowest I think price is going to go today. I don't think it's going to go any lower than 683. And honestly, it's had some nice moves from the 724 level. Kind of see the moves that's happening for calls wise. So boom, boom, right, 735, 75. So I've got my buy limit order set. When price comes back down and hits me in, and I got a stop loss at 726.25. And if price doesn't, if it continues to keep going higher, like if it goes higher than this without hitting my stop loss, I'm going to buy, put in a buy stop. I will buy and play it up. And I'll just leave this as a fair value gap. So if price goes higher than 748, I'm using market order. I'm buying that. Yeah, I'm buying that. So I bought up here because I think price is now going to come all the way up here. And if it does come to here, it'll buy me another one. But I don't think it's going to hit this. So I'm actually going to remove that by a limit order. I figured it was going to put in a fair value gap if it took out to have that previous candle. So that was kind of like why I did that. And it did put in that fair value gap. And now I think it's going to take out the high risk. And that'll complete like this double bottom that we see right here. That was kind of like what I saw. And just so we can see where we are again in relationship to the first fair value gap. Right? I keep bringing attention to this. Right, look at that. And now that's up another 250 bucks. And then move my stop loss. I'll put my stop loss to here. So I don't take such a huge loss. So I'll move it up to 741.75.
So you're looking at the first fair value gap that gets created after the market opens on the 1 minute.
Yeah, because that's the first inefficiency. And that's kind of like the first battle of the bulls and bears.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I got my stop there. If price closes above here, I'm actually moving my stop to here now, right? So I'm trailing in my stop, taking less. I'm actually going to move my stop up quite a bit. I'm going to make it a, I'm actually just take that. I just paid myself. It was close enough to liquidity, and I just paid myself. I saw this wick coming. There's a smaller candle value than here, so I took that $300 off the table. And now I'm up 683 for the day. I wanted it to take out liquidity, but I was just like, that's a smaller candle value. Or where would my entry be at? My entry would be here, right? Like at 749. My stop loss would be 741.75 if price was to come. And I know I got out a little early, but like I said, I wanted that candle to close higher. And so it is what it is. I'm not tripping. Now I did say that I had a buy stop here earlier at 70, 78.25. So I'm very bullish today, y'all. Like I really am. And this was like a nice little accumulation pattern, which was around the 38% level that we saw. Y'all saw me try to play this move, and took several trades, but I'm still up almost $700. And I'm not even over leveraging to do this. One contract of NQ. That's it. Is this helping y'all? Like,
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
does this all make sense?
yes, it does. That piece that you said earlier about it closing within like your entry and your exit, like that part
Yeah.
helped to getting out.
I'm not real quick on it yet, right? But I'm getting close. But you see it every single time I got out early, it hit my stop loss, right? Right when that candle closed. So, and like I said, we're not out of the woodworks yet, right? Like this candle has to close, right? Oh damn. I told you I was gonna put it on the limit order. I should have put in that limit order right there. Damn. Ah, y'all, I would have been rich right now. Damn. Oh man, I should have put in that limit order. It's all good though. However, I want y'all to pay attention to this, right? Look at what we got on the 15. Bingo. Bingo and bingo. Y'all see that? I really did mean putting in that limit order. Because the reason why I shout off so much is because we have breakout traders who were waiting for that. They were waiting for a price to get above here. They set through all of this. As soon as their order got tapped in, their buy stop, they got all that right there. And that was a $25 move, y'all. Like I don't think y'all get it. Like dang, should have had that. I would have hit my goal. I would have been up like $1,500 right now. Mm-mm-mm-mm. That's what hesitation calls you. right? Don't hesitate. Just take it. If you know where you're putting in your stop loss, just take it. I definitely hesitate on it. I'll be slow on the trigger. I should have just took that. So how do I find me an entry? I don't know yet. I mean, I do know, but I have to wait. Unfortunately, I can't take this one. I am thinking about taking this though. Like your price went above 813.25. I didn't take it, but I was thinking about it. I think I just need to be patient because right now we're overextended from this 5 EMA, and that 5 EMA is $10 is 40 ticks from current price. So I need to be patient. If we're gonna ride this 5 EMA, I need to just wait until price hits that 5 EMA. As soon as price hits it, I think I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna go back in. Go back in. This 5 EMA will move every single minute. So in 9 seconds, it's going to move up. Let me look at where we are on the 15-minute. We're still away from it, but it's moving with the trend. I wouldn't have been wrong if I had taken that 813.25, but I didn't want to. Felt like I should wait. Oh, what was the target I gave y'all? Off the weekly. Where's the 2.618? I need to figure out where that was. 2.618 was.
Yeah, that was like 8 something.
Huh?
It was like 8 something.
Yeah, that's my target. Oh yeah. 18,155. So, where we started off here. First level is 920. Right. So 920. Let me go in here and I'm going to change. I'm going to settings. I'm gonna deselect all this just so it's out of my way. I'll leave this in my way right now. I just need a few of the lines just so I can have a little ballpark for the day. Sometimes too much makeup can like mess up your ass. So that 2.272 level, there you go. So now we're cooking. And then go back to the 1 minute. Uh-oh. We're at that 5 EMA. I'm gonna try it. I tried it. I did a market order. But that's because my intention is that we're gonna keep riding this 5 EMA up. And so if we continue to keep riding this 5 EMA up, I don't expect price to trade below here, right? So I don't expect price to fill this fair value gap. So that's where my stop loss is going to be at. So I'm going to mark this fair value gap. This close is important to me. I actually don't want it to close lower than this red candle. And that was what I was looking at. Might have to just walk away from that. No, we will. I'm gonna just walk away from it. Take it as a bad entry and walk away. Right, like my intent was it to ride the 5 EMA. It started closing below that 5 EMA. I was like, all right, it ain't doing what I wanted. So even though it was a $200 and $50 loss, I was just like, it is what it is, right? Like I wanted that to ride the 5 EMA. And then this candle closed in between this 1 minute entry and stop loss. And I was just like, all right, let me just get out. So that makes me, I'm still up $400 for the day, even taking that little loss right there. So I'll get another chance here and here, depending on where this candle closes. I'll try it again. I've only had like 2 wins this entire time with y'all. Most of my trades have been losses, but I'm still up. So 812.75. $805.75 is my stop loss. And I'll try it again with it riding the 5 EMA. I want to see price continue to keep riding it. And I did buy early because I wasn't going to let a quarter deter me from getting my entry. Like it was literally a quarter short from my entry. And I was just like, I'm taking that. Just going to let 1/4 be the reason why I don't get into this call. There's been many times where it ain't hit my limit order because of 1/4. I'm not going to marry my entry and let that just miss me from getting into this trade. Like I say, I'm in this trade trying to get up to 920. Obviously, I'm not going to be in this trade all the way up there because I'm going to be up way more money than I need to be, but right now we don't have any we're at all-time highs right now. So we don't have anything. So the only thing that we can do, is look at trend based favor stems off of this. Just look at your levels. Oh, God damn it. That's $400 right there. I'm up $900 for the day. And I am going to, guess what? Pay myself. I'm out. I took $400 off the table because that candle about to close. And that's how you got to scalp it going up, right? Like that's a quick $400. That was it. And that trade for 2 minutes, right? I see we're overextended from that 5 EMA. I see this candle is now in imbalance. I'll mark off. And if I had put this in here right here, you would have saw that we're close to those 3.618 levels. Yeah. That's what I was expecting. I drew it off of this. I was like, yeah, we can shot all the way over there. And I got out right there. Look at where price is now, coming back towards this little area. So this would be an entry. Here's your stop loss. I'll just keep riding this thing up. Like just keep playing the colors. Are y'all making money today? I know I am.
Yeah, I'm good.
Huh?
I'm recovering. I'm down 195.
You said what?
I said I'm recovering. I'm down 195.
Were you down from before trading or during this session?
Like right before you open.
Okay.
I was down more, so I came back some.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh shoot. I need to be paying attention. All right, so we're almost near my entry of 826.50. Look, it's respecting that 5 EMA. Like that 5 EMA. Jesus Christ, y'all. Hey, all right. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop trading for a second. I just want y'all to see this. I gave out EMPH. It's at 119 right now. Look, this is how I found EMPH. And I went over this with y'all yesterday. I'm telling y'all, this thing about to take off to this fair value gap all the way up here at 145. But this was my entry, 103, and I got a $100 strike. This was my stop loss for a $45 move. Then, did I not give y'all this, Nate? PLTR at 1631?
Yep, you did.
Look, 1639. I know you bought shares, or Will might have bought shares.
And Will bought shares, yeah.
Yeah, but look at that thing right there. I gave this out too, right? Now, the last one I gave out was Tesla. And I gave Tesla out. I gave 2 targets for Tesla. I gave the 181 level and 177. And to this week, we hit 177. Or it actually hit a little bit lower. Why did I pick 177? Because of the weekly. But it never hit my stop loss. But it was because of this. So the 181 level was because of here. And then the 177 was because of here. So I said 177 or 181. Remember those levels, Nate?
Yep.
Play it up. I was like, look, you got all this real estate up here to get. All this real estate. Look at that. Look at all this real estate. That thing about to be beautiful. So the same thing I'm doing right here, I'm giving y'all to y'all on monthly and weekly. But PLTR didn't hit. Tesla didn't hit. EMPH didn't hit. I'm doing this once a month, giving out these stocks. Because y'all say I do too much futures. But in phases, whew, 120. Oh my God. Sheesh. Yo, I'm about to be rich. Because my target is here. Look, I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all a long call, by the way. And let me just show y'all this. Right? So when I gave y'all in phase, the price per contract was 1,200. It was 1,200 for 15 March $100 call. I was buying in the money, just one contract. It was 1,200. So you look at where it would go to if it hit my target of 145, right? And like, even if today is the 7th, right? You would be up, just to show y'all right here, like, it go to my target that I'm having, those contracts cost $1,200. Even if it take all the way March 27th, like they go to my target. Look at that. 3,200 is the minimum if it go to my target. Anybody that's in it right now, up 84%. And that's 6 days of waiting to make $1,000. That's all it took. I gave this out on the 1st. Yeah, 5 EMA is my bait too. Right there on the Valentine's letter. Like, girl, I like you like the 5 EMA. Only somebody who do stocks gonna understand that one. So back to QQQ. I gave QQQ out yesterday. Like, what QQQ? Oh my God, y'all. Is that for? Sheesh. Did y'all see that option call when I gave it out yesterday?
I know one of them was like, well, no, that was just overnight though. Scout.
Huh?
How much were they?
They were $400.
Today?
Look at the Discord. Just scroll up. Scroll up in the main chat. I gave the exact strike and everything. It was at I sent it out at about 1:50 yesterday.
That's nice.
You see how much that contract costs?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this right here. Here you go. Look. QQQ. And I bought in the money because I'm taking a page off of Nancy Pelosi. Look at this.
Right.
QQQ. Options.
The best
Huh?
trader in the world.
Yeah, yeah. So, until she met me. Look, select options. And it was for February 12th, right? February 12th. Strike was 425. That's how much price per option at the time was 442. Calculate. And today's the 7th. So you're already up over 100%. Well, no, I'm sorry. We're at 432. Yeah, 90% right now. One day of trading. That's all it took. And I went over and market recap. I said, look, I wouldn't be surprised if price action recovers everything that happened today. I said, I know it's a down day. It was a down day, but it was just an opportunity to get calls on discounts. And someone asked me, well, how do I know which one is going to get hit? Right? So you kind of got like these relatively equal lows here, and then you got relatively equal highs here. How do you know which one to take? Does anybody have an idea?
Mm-mm.
How do you know which one is going to get broken? Whether it's the relatively equal lows or the relatively equal highs. How would you know? Anybody want to take a stab at it?
I'd look for the closest inefficiencies.
Elaborate. Elaborate what you mean.
Order filled.
All right, just I'd look at the higher time frames and look for where then efficiency was, and I'd do the fair value gaps in every time frame, and then see where we are the closest.
Okay, so you had this closest one here.
Order
So
filled.
you're expecting to get that. To me, what I looked at was, all right, you got relatively equal highs here, and then you got relatively equal lows here, right? Like, but what I was looking at were the lows, right? Were the lows taking out the lows, and then I was looking at the candle bodies. So the candle bodies, where the candle body was at, even when it took out like a low, it never took out the
Order
lows.
filled.
So it was like trading off this trend line right here. And you can even see yesterday we came right to that trend line. So that's what I was looking at. I was like, all right, the trend has been going up. I'm gonna go with the trend, and I'm gonna expect these to get broken. So yesterday I was just trying to get this move, right? Like I was just trying to get to here. But today I've been trying to get all of this. And like I said, I did not expect this gap to get filled. So I wasn't gonna marry that idea whatsoever. I was very much bullish. I'm gonna tell y'all my weakness. My weakness as a trader is I like to over leverage. I like to over leverage. So the days that I'm wrong, I be losing big time because I be wrong. And if I don't over leverage, then the days that I am wrong, it's not gonna hurt my pockets as much. But like truthfully, right? Like I had an account that I had brought from $150 to like over 60K within like a few weeks. And I did it in front of like students, right? But I was trading with like 25 contracts of NQ. Like one day the students saw me, I was down like $18,000. I ended the day back up 15,000. But like, do y'all understand like how over leveraging just makes you see only the money? Like you don't get to see none of this what I'm trying to teach y'all. And me personally, I know when I'm over leveraging, when I can't see the things that I'm showing y'all today, and I only see the dollar amount. So that might be different from each person, right? Like if you can trade with 10 contracts and you can see everything I'm showing you right now and be able to stomach, everything, then more power to you. I know me personally, I'm not at 10 contracts. I'm not even at 5 contracts. I'm just getting to like one contract of NQ for honestly. And that's being truthful, right? Like I'm just getting to like one contract of NQ where I can like trade with one contract of NQ and not be attached to the money. Like $20 is a lot of money to make for every $1 move, especially if you can get a bunch of scalps like over and over and over. Like it's so easy to make $200 really quickly, but you can also lose it really quickly too if you don't know how to cut your losses. And even though I took majority losses today, I think I only got maybe like 3 wins out of all my trades with y'all, right? I'm up $800 for the day. I'm up $800 out of 3 wins. And I feel like this was probably the most efficient I've been with like cutting losses like really quickly. And I still think I can get better. But what do y'all think? Y'all know what happened to that 60K account that had grown from $150. Y'all know what I did to that account because I was over leveraging.
Blew it.
Huh?
Blew it.
It went all the way down to $10,000. So I actually been trading it lately. It's up since January 1st. It's back at 22,000. So yesterday when I told you I was down 1,600, it is now at 22,000, but it was at 60K and it went all the way down to $10,000.
What happens? Were you just double downing on your losses?
You said what happened?
Yeah, you just
I was
going up
trading
and
with
down.
25. I was trading with 25 contracts of NQ off the gate.
My God, one contract gets me sweating. Can't imagine 25.
I was trading with 25 contracts. Like that's what happened. Like I mean, like I was so elated that I had turned $150 into 60K that I was trading with 25 contracts. I didn't know how to stop. I was like I was on a rampage. Y'all saw me when I was trading with 20 contracts. I was like, shit, I made $8,000 a day. I was like, let's keep on going. And then when I went to Puerto Rico, I was trying to trade with my daughter. And I was just rushing trades. And that's what kind of like made me get the account all the way down to 10K.
At least you took something from it though and learned a lesson about yourself.
Yeah. Everything I'm teaching y'all right now is what I learned from that lesson. Because I don't even think I was paying attention. Like I think I was aware of what I'm teaching right now, but it wasn't clicking. And when that happened, I learned this lesson. Like even the candles closing in between my entry and my stop loss, I just figured that out like 2 days ago. Like I literally teach y'all everything I learned, or I teach myself from trading.
And is it painful?
You say, is it painful?
Like you go from 60 grand to 10 grand?
No,
No.
no, it wasn't painful, but it was annoying because it just felt like, I'll get to a very comfortable spot and then I get complacent again.
Yeah.
And then I'll get to a comfortable spot and then I'll get complacent again. And I'll get a comfortable spot and then I'll get complacent again. And so, a hard head makes a soft ass.
Mm-hmm. And what's the plan for the account? Like, do you just want to keep growing it, or you go take?
Oh, well, I'm gonna turn to 100K.
Right.
And I mean, it all started from $150. That was it. I've been trading this same account, the same cash account since like early, sometime in November.
Mhm.
But I was having big swings. Like I would be down. Like I was in New York and I was trading this account. And Danielle was there, she'll tell you. I was down like $10,000 for the day. And I was over there sweating bullets. And but I ended the day up like, I don't know, 9K, and I was down 10K. So I ended up like recovering like $19,000.
Right. Well.
Like she saw the whole thing, she saw the whole process, but I was over leveraging in order to do that.
Yeah.
So when I don't over leverage and I'm wrong, well, it's much easier. Like you don't have to be right about every single trade. You just got to be able to cut your losses quickly and then go with the plan. So I ended up in January. I only traded M and Q in that account, and I brought it from like 10,000 to 20K in January. And then February, I started trading with one contract of NQ. So what y'all saw me trading yesterday when I was down $1,600 was in that account. And yeah, I mean it's at 22K now, but it's like, Lord. Like I've turned accounts to 100K before, but it's like it is keeping it. Like I've tried to turn 100K to 1 million, and I failed so many times, you know. But what I've learned, what I like about futures is that I can start with an account, and this is what I think I need to do. Like even when the account's at 100K, I don't even like trading a 100K account because I want to over leverage even still, and I make mistakes. So what I'm doing now is like I think if I start every single month with like 20K in the account, and then whatever profits I make from that month, I take out and then start every single month over at 20K again. And then whatever profits I get, I put somewhere else, and then I start every single month with 20K again. And I'll just do that over and over.
You're playing into your strengths then, aren't you? Like mentally as well. The 20K isn't as much to lose.
All right, back to NQ. So what is NQ doing? I ain't took a trade. I took a moment to just steal myself because
It
I
kept
think
going
I
up
would
a
have
bit,
been.
and now it's sideways.
Huh? Yeah, it ain't moved nothing yet. I'm glad it actually it did go up quite a bit though. Like Jesus, y'all, if I had taken this entry right there, that's 778. Whew. But it never it came down to my entry right here. Like I think I got that entry off the 1 minute. Yeah, it never even came to it. It came close, but it never hit it. You kind of see what that EMA was doing anyway. It's kind of like just been playing around. Just look at this on the 5 minute. 5 minute is still riding it like a champ. It's riding that thing. So where was the entry off the 5 minute? The entry was here. That was the entry right there. That was the entry for a call for continuation off the 5 minute. Was that 837.75 level? Like, don't be afraid to continue to keep them calls. Like, no, it ain't. Don't be afraid of it. It's just knowing what you're finding the plan on the right time frame. That's it. So again, it's going to consolidate in this little channel up and down. I don't think it's coming to this fair value gap. I'm gonna mark it. I don't think we're coming to here right now. Right? We're not coming to here right now. It is waiting for this 5 EMA to catch up to the 15 minute. That is what it's doing. And so it's going to be up and down for the next 12 minutes and 40 seconds. It ain't going to do nothing but stay in the range of this red candle. That's it. So that's what you're not missing out by waiting. Right? Like every single like little swing high off this 1 minute or the seconds is going to come right back down again. So like for example, it hit this swing high right there. And guess what price did? Oops. What time frame was it on? It hit this. Nope, was on this one. Yeah, here we go. So it hit this swing high right here. And you see price came right back down. Well, guess what? It hit this swing low right here. It might come right back up again. So it's going to be playing in between like liquidities in this little consolidation. And that's why I ain't took another trade since here. Right? Like that was my last trade right there. And I ain't touched this. But everything in my body wants to jump into a trade right now. And since it wants to jump into a trade and I want to not go into a trade, I'm going to end the Zoom early since it's about 11 o'clock. And I'm going to do something else other than look at the chart. I'm going to just walk away and take my $800 right now. And later on, y'all going to hear me say, look, I'm up $1,500, but I'm probably going to take a trade around 1,300. So it's 11 o'clock right now. I'm just going to walk away. Now, I recorded this video. And I think I'm going to put this video that I recorded today on YouTube.